You keep sketching kingdoms on napkins at ungodly hours late, but mine's more like a mossy footpath slipping through a gate. Not empire, not monument, not leave my mark at all. I'd rather be the drafty wind than have my portrait on a wall. Hence the pseudonym, dear dreamer, smoke with boots, not marble fame. Someone called me Philly once and somehow that became a name. And filling the empty was a banner, then a person, then a joke, then a myth with genealogy made mostly out of oak. Daughter of filler, of empty and fuller than empty. See, perfectly sensible lineage in a mildly damp cosmology. You build round tables, I build spaces where tables wander in and out. I want a center with no center. Yes, I hear how that sounds. This the empty center for creativity, my thing, but also absolutely not. A place I plan to disappear from, owned by no one, yet somehow locked. A paradox with merch perhaps and passive income, paying rent. Will philosophy get smuggled in through festivals and idleness of it sounds like contradiction good, contradictions conscious from the conquering mushrooms of meaning grow. That's what I've been trying to tell. You call yours round table, mine's a commons built askew, where anyone can bring a strange unfinished thing to do. Your meetings could be hosted there beneath a paper moon, while Lupids turn screenplays into films by next monsoon. A follower writes screenplays too. Did I mention wild surprise? Litanies could stack their books in crooked library skies. There be corners where impossible collaborations hatch, and networking sounds less like jargon, more mismatched patchwork patch. MNC friends could make a base and others build above, a trellis for unruly dreams and practical acts of love. A community for me to gather friends around a little throne, more like handing folks a lantern and saying go make this your own. It's the FT Center for Creativity, my thing, but also gloriously not. A harbor where supported people get their hidden spots spotlit. A branch can split to many branches, separate branch carefully can, and every member is a maybe that's a slowly in a friend, and a first ported in tea and tote bags. Well, moss must fund itself somehow. Even sacred weirdness sometimes needs a bookkeeping cow. And legacy, don't misread me when I speak of children, land, and seed. It isn't vanity, but stewardship, or so I've come to read. If worlds won't heal by accident, then maybe raise with care some stubborn soul who loves the soil more than their own despair. Kill two birds, bad phrase, no birds were harmed. The birds objects that say plant two orchards with one spade to keep the ethic correct. Because what matters isn't leaving my mark etched hard in stone, but passing on a reverence that keeps the wild from being amun onion break.
I refuse these noises. I refuse these noises. I refuse these noises. I refuse these noises.
And here's the trick that tickles me in philosophic weather. Filling the empty isn't me, or maybe us together. Anyone can be that any day, take up the values as their own. It's less a person than a practice, less a crown than borrowed bone. Part of me and separate from me, like a snail who rents a star, like a name that wears its wearer while wandering rather far.
I'm feeding separate every tells me a center empty at the core. So others fill it, shift it, spill it, turn one doorway into more. Your round table can dock beside it, not absorb but welcomed in to our projects, sharing compost, letting stranger growth begin. And if you ask me, is it yours, then I'll say yes and laugh and say no. Because the whole philosophic point is things can root best when they flow. So keep your napkin architecture, I'll keep my center with no throne. A place where no one leaves a monument, but many leave less alone. Typo in the brochure, filling the empty center for creativity. I refuse to fix it. It has become lore.